Hello and welcome to day 4 of November Gratitude Month. Here is my contact information. Follow me on Facebook. You can place orders here or even follow me here on YouTube. Here you go, and let's move that away. And here's my card for today. It's nice, quick, and simple. And since I'm sending out 30 of these this month, I just need it to be fabulous. So again, I'm using the Gathering Moments, just a different sheet of paper. And then for this one, I used, well, this is Gathering Moments as well, the stamp set that goes with it. Oops, I put that on crooked. Well, that's me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm doing great on sending out those cards. And hopefully you're all appreciating them. Where's my card? Oh, here it is. Again, my base is going to be Basic Beige, one of my favorite neutrals. So I'm going to flip it up here, and we are going to, this is 8.5 by 5, no, yeah, 8.5 by 5.5. And we are going to score it at 4 1/4. Good golly. There we go. And do you see the nice score there? I like to fold into that so then it gets really nice. Okay, so there you go. I took an old olive piece of cardstock and then I went down, love my Stampin' Seal, I went down just 1/4 inch. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. Easy peasy. And then my paper, which again, you gotta love that gold, but all these fall colors are so vibrant. And then you have a wonderful neutral of leaves falling on the back. So let's get this on here like so. And now my oak tree in the backyard is a real late, I shouldn't say bloomer because it probably is the last tree to leaf out, but it's also the last to drop its leaves. So I thought an oak leaf would be great. I'm not going to be using, not going to be using dimensionals today because, you know, I'm mailing it out and the postman really does appreciate that I, don't make it too thick because they don't want to charge me extra. And again, this die cut for this leaf is in this Gathering Moments. There you go. Okay, so I've got that down. And then I use the Everyday Arches to cut out my gold because, you know, I like to layer everything. And then the Basic Beige label. Thankful for You is out of that set. So this has been perfect for this month of gratitude. So I will stamp it on there. I hope you can't see me, but oops. Okay, so you see how I messed up there? So I'm going to flip it over and use the other side. But in the meantime, I'm going to get rid of that ink that's on there and help myself out. There we go. Nice and clean off the block. And now the key thing, let me put this here, is when you're, especially because my stamp image is smaller than my block, I always put it on the edge and then I try to stamp like this and I only go up and down. Okay, so I've got it nice and inked. And you see I did make a mess, but I'm just going to, let me put this, yeah, I'm in the view. And then I'm just going to go down and up. So I was able to not get that ink on it again. Okay, there we go. That's nice and clean. And again, like I said, I'm not going to be using, can't see me out here, put the adhesion on it. No glue or pop dots this time because there. Oh, you know what I didn't put on that first one? I didn't put any embellishments other than it does punch these little dots out. Let me move my ink away so I don't put it in the card. And then I'm just going to put this, let's see, maybe I can tuck it under. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I'm going to do, just like that. See, I tucked it under. How does that look? There you go. Perfect. And then I put Old Olive down here, tied some Old Olive. What is this called? Comes in a 3-pack. It's Early Espresso Old Olive Linen Thread Pack. Why do I have? I put my Cajun Craze in there too. So again, how I do this, and some people do it differently, is that I wrap it around my fingers and then I cut a tail. Now let's see if I can get this together here. Okay, so I kind of rotate it so they're together. Bring it around and loop it through and then pull it really tight. And there I've got a nice layered bow. And then I've got my glue dots. We'll just glue it right on there. You gotta remember to be on screen. Pull it off, pop it down. And now what I'm gonna do is make sure that I don't have too long a tails there. Boom, just like that. That's an adorable card. Now let me find my Cajun Craze. Well, you know, when you're looking for the embellishments, they always seem to go someplace else. So I'll use, these are some old ones that we have hanging around. If I don't know, oh, I found them. I found them. I put them over here. You know, when you try to get organized, that's when I tend to lose things. So I've got some Cajun Craze here. And one of the tricks is, you know, I showed you this last week, I think, is that you can pull it up like so. Whoop, flip it over. Pop it there, and another one here. And so it doesn't look like it's all lined up, I'll put another one there and create my little triangle. And maybe, you know what, I like to do this in odd numbers, so I'm gonna have to figure a way, but I thought maybe down here. Yeah, see, that looks weird. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe I won't do that. Yeah, I survived this. Adhesive didn't get there. Okay, now I hope you are, and there's our quick simple card. What was that, 5 minutes or less? What I want you to do is please, I hope you are sending out gratitude cards, because last week I found out that one of my friends had passed on, and I have known her for 35 plus years. We were massage therapists together, and we were one of the founding members of the Washington State Sports Massage Team, board members. And she was on my list to send a card out. I thought she had beaten her cancer, but she had not. And so she's off to heaven, and I send her love every day. But I'm thankful that you stopped by to check out my video, and you have a fabulous day, and we'll talk soon.